In this session, we're going to explore on the different types of events that you can create in Flux Panda. The way you create the events is either from the dashboard homepage. We have this big button here that you can press, or you can also use the event selector over here and create a new event over here. So both same. And what you see then is a dialog that allows you to choose between a public or an invite-only event. And the difference is a public event, it will show on your landing page over here, and an invite-only event, it won't show on the landing page over here, and it's only accessible to those people that have the link. So if you want everyone to be able to join in, you can create a public event, and it's going to be promoted over here. Or if you say, no, I want to only send this to specific people, then you can use the invite only. So I'm going to go ahead and create a public event so we can demonstrate that. And there's two more options that pop up. There is the schedule and the instant. And to be honest, what it really does is the schedule one takes you to the promotions tab, so you can upload a cover photo and schedule it. And the instant one takes you to the dashboard, and you can press the live button and go live right away. So that's really the difference over here, just where you end up in order to do the next step. So instant, we're going to go to the live dashboard. You press the green button, you're live. That's the quickest way of going about it. And then we have the scheduled one where you can do a little bit more setup. And let's do that one, because then you can also see how that works. So I'm going to create a scheduled event, and it's going to take me as said to the promotions tab over here. So now here are a couple of things that I can do. The first one is can do a name. I can give it let's call it a demo, like that. And I can put a date for the whole thing, and I can say, right, this live is going to happen on the 5th of April. I want to publish it to the landing page over here. And what I also want to do, you see it appears here and test this default picture. Let's give it another cover photo. And so we can have a nice little photo over here. And as you can see, all this stuff updates in real time, right away. Now, this event is scheduled, as you can see, and there's some functionalities here like add to calendar. You can also share it. I mean, not you, but customers that go onto this page over here, they can add to calendar. And there is also the notify me button that's available if you are if you are not logged in yet. I already subscribed here, so that's why I'm already in the system. But if I wasn't, I could get I could sign up, right? I'm going to show you this actually. So I'm going to open an incognito. It doesn't know me. Let's go here, and you can see there's the notify me. So when I click that, I can actually sign up based on whatever sign up settings you have, right? So in this case, I have the phone number, but you can choose email, you can use Facebook, whatever, capture the data of the people. So this is our default landing page where you have the upcoming events and the past shows. Now, this landing page can also be added to your e-commerce store using our APIs. I'm going to show you that, and we have this over here, so you can see live shows, and you can now see there is also this event, and this can be totally customized. If you have our embedded SDK, you can create your own listing page and modify this accordingly as you wish, and you can see there's similar functionality. But of course, you can also access this by opening the player widget in its default landing page mode, and then you have the same landing page over here. So on the left here, you see the standalone player version, where you have the list. Here you see it in the widget on the website, and here you see it as a custom list. So you can really use this to build your list of live shows. Now, what you can also do over here is upload a video. So you can consider having some sort of a promo video. Maybe you want to announce the live, say what's going to happen. And when customers click on that, they can watch the video. So I'm going to show you this on a different example. So let's say this here. If I click on this, it actually plays a video instead of a live show. And of course, we also record the live, so you could later on, use that to have some sort of a replay functionality and have people watching the live on demand. well, it's no longer live. It's just on demand. All right. So this is how you create a session. This is how you schedule the session. And as mentioned, you can, of course, skip all that stuff and go live straight away, instantly. So you don't even get any of that stuff. You just have the live tile. And that's that. And then the private one, same concept. The only thing, it won't appear on this page. You have a link that you can share. And of course, also for those public ones over here, you have also a link that you can share, you know. It's literally just who can see it on this landing page. So it's not accessible directly. So this is the live dashboard. So right now we're here in the recording mode where you can upload a video. But of course we can switch over to the live mode. So now you see the live feed. And that's, you know, where you start adding the products and doing all those things as I showed in the previous video. Now, when you go live, I want to show you that. What's going to happen, because this is a public session as mentioned, you can see now it has changed. It's now on the top. It's no longer scheduled with the upcoming, and it has a live indicator. And if I now click on this live, you will see it will actually show our live video. So that's how that works. And this is essentially how you create scheduled or private live sessions. Now, the other thing that you can do using our SDK, you can expose those live sessions on your site using a widget or call to action. I'm going to show you this. I'm going to open our website over here. And this is purely for demonstration purposes. Imagine this is your e-commerce store over here. I'm going to close this little video. And I'm going to switch to a different session over here. I'm going to switch to this one, I believe. It's my... And what I'm going to do now, I'm going to go live on this session. And as you can see what it does, it renders instantly a little widget here. And what you can use this for is for another live selling format, which is a one-on-one consultation. So imagine you have a button like this on your product page, maybe based on some pattern, right? So like maybe someone is like browsing around for too long on the product page or whatever. You can now offer them to speak with someone, right? And as you can see here now, I have questions, speak to our team. And when I click that, it actually opens the player and it will now connect the two of us together, which is going to be me. So I'm going to talk to myself. I sometimes do that, not a lot. But essentially, you get the idea. So now I can call in here as a customer. Let's try that. The admin over here gets a notification and they can accept it. Just need to mute myself so we don't create some echo. And now we're connected and we can have like a sales consultation, right? So that's how essentially this works. So this is another form of our live selling types, which is kind of like a one-on-one consultation mode that we can have. Now, the interesting thing here is, I'm just going to turn this off. This functionality is also available for up to 17 people that can join the same session, right? So that means it doesn't need to be only a one-on-one. Sorry, to click this to end it. So now you can see it's gone, the widget. So yeah, so it doesn't need to be just a one-on-one, like what I just demonstrated now, but it can also be a 1 to like 17, right? So we can have up to 17 people in the same call with their audio and video, and they can, you know, speak with each other. And on top of that, you could have hundreds of thousands of people watching the conversation, right? And why is this useful? It could be maybe you're going to invite some special guests, some influencers, some customers to give testimonials. Maybe you're hosting a shopping party, maybe a VIP event, right? So you can do those kind of like setups. And the way you can look at it is like, you know, you can have like 100,000 people watching. You can have like up to 17 people that are actually communicating with each other using voice and or video. And you can break it down to an individual, you know, where you just talk with one customer at a time. And of course, you can still then push the products to the customer. They can purchase it instantly. You can like, kind of like almost make sure that they check out in that sense, and like really guide them along the purchase journey. And this button that I showed you over here was relatively straightforward, right? You click it, you get connected. We also have the ability to route this to different agents. So imagine you have like someone in a retail store or multiple people in multiple retail stores. You can actually route it to specific agents, right? So like website customers can be connected to the local retail store and have some sort of a consultation. So that's also quite interesting. And just there is another session where we're going to talk in more detail about this, but there is over here in the settings, you have something called audience calls, and that's essentially enabling guests to request to join your live, right? So like, let's say you have a live show, again, you have like many people watching, you can ask, hey, join the stage, tell us about your experience with the product. They can press the little green button and get connected, and you can simply turn this off if you don't want that functionality. Right. So to summarize, we have the live events that are scheduled and appear on your landing page. We have the private events that don't appear on the landing page, but you can send out a link and people can join. And we have the one-on-one calls or one-to-few calls that you can also enable either like a button, like a call to action, or again privately, sending it to a customer and then have a conversation. And of course, you get all the other Flux Panda functionality in there as well. So you can still run, lucky draws, and I mean, if you want, if you run a lucky draw with one person, it's going to be, I guess, an unfair competition. But yeah, you can use all those tools, and of course, most importantly, the products, and they can add them to the shopping cart. So all this is available. So that's an overview and how you can use those different events in order to really customize your workflow for the live selling. And to close on this, also think about that the one-to-many is really like a big funnel, right? So like you're opening up the funnel, you get as many people in, and then, how can you convert those people down in the funnel and then convert them into individual calls, right? So kind of like after sales consultations, like booking, maybe appointments, all this is possible with our solution. So yeah, so this is the different live selling events that you can run with Flux Panda.